man. That.
Listen.
Do you mind if I put my 2 cents in?
No, I don't mind.
Call the police immediately.
I don't get it.
No idea what you're talking about. Yes? Hello? Hi, stranger.
I want ham and eggs and flapjacks with lots of butter and syrup and coffee. I'll take the coffee now.
Why have you come with my brain?
Where's my dough?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Vibes and Stuff Live in the Morning. This your host, Chuck Allen, with your host, Uncle Freezy, coming to you live on a Wednesday, hump day, June 8th.
Good.
Vibrant ones. How you doing this morning? How you doing this morning?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm super good. I'm Gucci. Man. Sometimes these conversations, man, behind the backstage, even like, the conversations back here, I don't know if we can share. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we had a good one. We'll apologize for the late start, but we were definitely chopping it up backstage, and the conversation kind of took on a life of its own. But if this is your first time joining us, man, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Click all notifications so that when we go live or we upload something, you'll know you can come kick it with us, man. But
Word.
let's go through the rundown, and then we could probably touch on some of the stuff we were talking about backstage.
You want to skip the rundown since we late?
All right, let's skip the rundown.
Yeah,
because everybody know what we drinking. We drinking water.
Water. Everybody know the weather. Here is in South Carolina. Everybody already know what it is, man.
Yeah, man. The weather is what it is. Hey, man, dress accordingly. Let's go.
Yeah, either it's hot or it ain't. Yeah, okay, let's go. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so Vibrant Ones. What happened was we were backstage. Okay. So I got a long story to tell, but I'm gonna make it short. So long story short, a lady comes to me and she brings up a sore topic for Chuck Allen and myself. She says, "Yeah, Uncle Freezy, and if it wasn't for that Lauryn Hill album, I don't know how I would have made it through. I had them 2 miscarriages, and I was just feeling down about myself. And my boyfriend left me and then I felt like I felt worthless. But I listened to that Lauryn Hill, and I'm like, Lauryn Hill is." So I was like, okay, let me give Lauryn Hill, in the immortal words of the Notorious B.I.G. song, let me give Lauryn Hill one more chance. And I listened to it. And I listened to Zion, right? Because I think Zion Williamson is my cousin. I think so, but I'm not sure, right? I think so. Maybe he is, maybe he ain't. I ain't sure, right? So I listened to Zion. And I heard Lauryn Hill on that, and I was like, yo, are my ears deceiving me? Or is the production A+++? Is the music superior and the artist whack? And I don't want to sound like a hater. Because I called the missus. Mo, listen to this. And we heard, "Oh, the joy of my world." It was like, yo, nah, get out of here. This can't be what we've been listening to for 25 years. We thought this was dope. And then you hear how flat she is. And what it is, these music shows, like American Idol and all these joints, where like they judge these singers and stuff,
right,
got us smarter about what we're listening to. And I'm not saying that I'm an American Idol judge and I'm giving out golden tickets to Hollywood. Nah, I ain't doing that. Well, what I am saying is, before these shows came on TV, you never noticed when somebody singing was super drum produced up and they were flat, pitchy, rangy, you know what I'm saying, off key. You never noticed that stuff until.
That's not true.
Hmm?
Okay, no, I take that back. Probably the general public, yes. Yes, you're right.
Right, yeah, that's the group I'm in, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a producer and I'm not a singer, you know what I'm saying? But when I listen to Zion, and when she started getting to that part, talking about my joy, my, I was like, oh, this chick is garbage.
All right. Let's slow down.
But Chuck, I don't want to get to that. I don't want to get to that. I don't want to bash Lauryn Hill. I want to talk about the soundtrack part. I don't want to get to Lauryn Hill. I don't want to have the Lauryn Hill debate, right? I don't want to do that. I know you might want to. I don't, right? But what I'm saying is this: the lady basically said that certain albums are like soundtracks to your life at the time. Like if you're going through something. Like, for instance, Chuck asked me and I said no, right? And then when I thought back to it after the fact, I was like, yeah. In my mind, I'm like, when Illmatic came out, Illmatic lined up perfectly with me, right? Illmatic is about this dude who trying to find his way, be confident in who he is, kind of a little braggadocious, kind of a little this and that, you know what I'm saying? Kind of got some talent, like a lot of us, like all of us have great individual talents, right? All of us have our own individual. DSJ, for example, is exceptionally talented at this one thing we know about for sure, right? Chuck Allen is exceptionally talented at a couple things that we know for sure. Right, Uncle Freezy is super talented at a lot of things, right? Some of them I'm talented at, and I don't even have a passion for it. Like Chuck, you ever seen that somebody be talented at a thing and they don't even have a passion for it?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So, hey, Subliminal 209 DSJ has a new joint out already. He just ain't never sent me the joint. He want me to. DSJ already got a joint out. It came out last week. But Chuck, anyway, what I was getting at is she brought it to me. We just sitting around talking, man, they want us to wear this new stuff at work and all this stuff, man, for the and she was like, she just brought it up randomly, Lauryn Hill. And I was like, you sure it wasn't Erykah Badu? She's like, no, I'm sure it was Lauryn Hill. You sure it wasn't Maya? You sure it wasn't A-Marie? No, it was Lauryn Hill. Okay.
Here's what I'll say. The album is phenomenal. The production and the songwriting is phenomenal on that album. But all of those singers that you just named, that's the category where you have to put Lauryn Hill's voice. Anne-Marie, Maya,
Shantae Savage. Shantae Savage better than her.
No, Shantae Savage can sing. she has a little
Tanya Blunt.
Yeah, those women have a lot more vibrato to their voice. It's just like one thing that I always bring up was like, y'all remember in Sister Act 2 when they're in the chapel singing "Eyes on the Sparrow"? Like right. There was a difference when she was singing next to that other girl. Like that other girl could sing. I forgot what group she was in, but that girl could. That
City
girl
High.
could sing. Nah, that girl wasn't in City High.
Are you talking about Tanya Blunt? The short hair lady?
Let me see.
You might be talking about. Are you talking about Jason Weaver?
Okay. That might be who I'm talking about.
Tanya Blunt.
Yeah, that definitely who I'm talking about. She wasn't in City High.
No. She wasn't. She was a solo artist.
Right. Yeah. She wasn't. Yeah. She was a
Claudine.
solo artist. Yeah.
Yeah,
She
Claudine,
was. She
whatever her
was.
name was in City High.
Yeah, Claudine was in City High. But yeah, Tanya Blunt. Yeah. Tanya Blunt.
Yeah.
It was a difference. It was like when you heard Beyonce and Jennifer Hudson. There's a clear distinction in the sounds of those, in the timbre of those voices, and those voices have a range that the others do not. Um, and when it comes to your preference, it is what it is. But I can't say this. I can't ever say that album is whack because of the production and the songwriting, man. Like they
Nah.
were so, but man. Here's why, like her, if those records were just if they were just then you would definitely have a leg to stand on and say that she was whack.
Right.
That she's whack. Because vocally she's not, like, because when you text me and you was like Faith Evans, and I'm like, no, man, like I was like, no, she not in that. Faith sings a lot of people under the table.
A lot of people.
A lot of people under the table. We're not talking about hit records. We ain't talking about where she ranked on the charts. We're talking about opening your mouth and singing. She sings a lot of people under the table. Unfortunately, Ms. Hill ain't there because she can't even do the joints that made her famous anymore. Like her vocal range has decreased. Like her rendition of Roberta Flack's "Killing Me Softly," everybody loves it. Don't sigh like that. Anyway,
bro, you know what that was. You knew that was super produced up, bubblegum, machined up version of "Killing Me Softly." Anytime you heard her sing it live. After that, anytime Lauryn Hill sung "Killing Me Softly" after that, it was never the same. I ain't never heard her sound as good on the record version as she did in live. Ever.
No, her acoustic joint was fire. Her acoustic joint was fire. MTV acoustic unplugged joint. But you're right, because when she was doing you remember when Dave Chappelle did the block party joint and they brought the Fugees back after all that time, and she tried to do "Killing Me Softly." That I was like, you.
The best group on that was Dead Prez. You remember the best group on that was Dead Prez, because even Erykah Badu wasn't sharp.
Right.
I like Erykah Badu, by the way.
I love Erykah Badu. I don't know if it's her music or her eyes or her thighs or her hips or her lips or any of that stuff. But yeah.
Somebody got a crush on Erykah Badu. Breaking news.
Oh no, I don't have a crush. I don't have a crush. I am a staunch admirer. Let me say that. Like I'm firm in my admiration of Erykah Baduism. But she's a talented talented artist. I don't think she's put out anything that I didn't enjoy.
Okay.
She does more than captures a man's soul Mr. Vince. Salute to
She
Mr.
did
Vince in the
what?
building. Whatever she does, like she, man, when them guys get a taste, they go
They go all Kardashian all of a sudden.
they go like we watch Andre 3000 start wearing lime green wigs with pink polka dot pants. Like what
Yeah.
is going on?
Yeah, what are you doing? One of the greatest rappers alive, too. One of the greatest rappers alive, Andre 3000.
Yo, listen, man. Erykah Badu don't have no babies by no lames. They're the best at something.
It's something.
DOC,
Yeah.
His
His pen game, DOC pen game was phenomenal.
Yes. And his voice was crazy. Pre-accident,
Crazy.
crazy.
He was gonna be it, bro. He was gonna be bigger. He was gonna be bigger than NWA, bro, in my opinion.
Yeah, man, because who sounded like that?
Nobody. Who thought like that? Whose thoughts drove it? The only dude up to the DOC in 1988, 89-ish, whose thoughts drove the pen like that was maybe Melly Mel. Nobody else. Now is he as crafty? Is he as crafty as Casanova Fly? Right? Grandmaster Caz?
Mm-hmm.
People call him Grandmaster Caz. They think his name is Grandmaster Caz. His name is Casanova Fly. He calls himself Grandmaster Casanova Fly, Grandmaster Caz for short. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The dude was the slickest with the pen, probably in that Jay-Z lane. Right? If you for those that like Jay-Z as a rapper, Grandmaster Caz is like if Jay-Z was to go meet his maker, it's Grandmaster Caz. Right? Just like when it comes to in that lane of Kendrick Lamar, like these thoughtful dudes that thoughts drive the ink pen.
Right.
If Kendrick Lamar was to go meet his maker, it'd be Melly Mel. Right? Because Melly Mel said stuff like, a child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God's smiling on you, but he's frowning too, because only God knows what you'll go through. And he said that in 1978, and then he reused it on a song called The Message in 1983, and it was still dope. He used it in 1978. Heads wasn't ready. They was like, what? Why are you using God in a song? So it's so crazy. And then in 83, they were like, yo, that's dope. So for those that like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, dudes that thoughtfulness drive the ink pen, Melly Mel was that guy. Right? He tried to get a little gangster toward in the gangster era.
Right.
If you you ever seen
But everybody did though. Everybody did.
Yeah.
Hammer tried it. Like even Big Daddy Kane. Like when it was man, we not.
Nah, man, don't do that.
Let them. Yeah, let them dudes have it, man.
Yeah,
you don't need to do
just do what you good at. Do what you good at, man. Do what you good at. That's the one thing, Chuck. That's one of the things how I tell you I'm good at a lot of stuff. That's one of the things I'm good at doing. When people want to push me into a thing man, you could be bigger and better if you just sell out and do such and such. Nah, I ain't selling out for nothing. I'm gonna be Uncle Freezy. I'm not gonna be anything other than myself, period. That's one of the things I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? You know how people will be like, man, Chuck, do those dope soulful beats, man. Chuck, you need to, man, you could take that sound and make it straight gangster. You know what I'm saying? And then Chuck be like, nah, I think I'll stay. I think I'll stay in my lane. If I feel like that on occasion, I'll do it. But I'm not going to do that 24/7. I'm going to be the best version of Chuck that I could possibly be. So when I'm feeling it, I'll do it. When I'm not feeling it, I ain't going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Because at the
And I'm
end of the,
sorry for speaking for you, but I feel like I've known you long enough to understand that's who you are as a person. At least that little bit.
yes, at the end of the day, man, you have to be true to yourself because you're going to be looking in that mirror, and the reflection that's going to be in it is of yourself. Um, and yeah, man, I don't want to ever be in a situation where there's even a possibility of compromising my integrity.
Yeah.
Like it's just nah, man.
Boy, you don't
Folks
want to
talk
do
about
you don't want to do a pumps and a bump. You don't want to be a hammer. Pumps and a bump.
nah.
Pumps and a bump. We like the girl with the pumps and a bump. Ain't you the can't touch this dude? Ain't you the too legit to quit dude? Too legit to quit. And then all of a sudden you talking about pumps and a bump. Yeah.
like it didn't, but because the landscape had changed, you're trying to fit in, you know, where you don't necessarily belong, and I think that's where people run into problems. There are artists that can that are chameleons that can
Right.
jump in and out of, you know,
Right.
different waves in music,
Right.
like Jay-Z, like Jay-Z
Jay-Z
does
do.
it very,
Yeah.
very well. Drake does it very well. They both have an act of, oh, that's hot. Let me jump on that, and then I'm
Yeah.
gonna take it over, and then it's gonna become
Write my
my wave.
verse. Somebody write my verse. Somebody write me a verse for
Wait,
that.
hold up. Wait a minute. Listen, man. It's the music business. That's what they
I feel
do.
you. I feel you. I feel you.
They try and sell records.
I
So
feel you, bro.
sometimes you gotta get that writer in the room that's gonna give you that record. Like Dr. Dre know better.
Yeah. He know.
Snoop, Ren, Jay-Z, whoever. Y'all come write these records for me, man.
Right. Right. Easy E. Easy E so
Yes.
dumb. Easy E so dumb. Ice Cube wrote his name in Easy E rap, and he's still too dumb to even. He like Ice Cube write the rhymes that I say. You why would you what? You know that's gonna be in the universe forever, right? Boys in the Hood.
But but he ain't trying to be like he didn't have a passion for it. You understand what I'm saying? Like he's not I don't hold him to the standard of a dude that saw a Melly Mel post, had a Melly Mel post on his wall, or a Big Daddy Kane post on his wall, and decided to pick up a pen and a pad when he heard, you know, Rakim's "Know the Ledge." Like,
Right.
yo, I want to do that, right?
Right.
Now that guy can't in turn be like, yo, write these rhymes for me. You be like,
Okay.
nah. But Easy E, on the other hand, like he was some dude uh who for a certain you know,
He had an eye for talent.
he had an eye for talent, he had an knack for business,
Yep.
and if you're trying to get out of the streets, right, you're not a rapper, but all the things that the rappers are talking about you actually do, right? So hey man, give me some
Ain't
of
that
them.
funny though, Sean? Ain't that funny? Uh 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 a street dude that actually rap about the stuff that he actually does. As opposed to a rapper fantasizing and dreaming about stuff that he might do eventually. I heard the dude talking about Raris. My Rari, yo, Rari, you just got a deal.
he might have a Ferrari. He just got a deal, and that advance money that's supposed to go towards his project, he buys a Ferrari with it.
Right. I feel you.
And then he comes on the internet and he tries to bargain basement shop for beats. Yo, man, throw me a couple, you know what I'm saying? And then on the next go round, I'll pay you blase, blase, blah.
Double. I pay you double. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Like-
feature you. I'll put your name on the album.
Like,
Yeah.
But people do that. Like, so I understand where you're coming from, because there used to be people that I rap with when I did rap way back in the day. I'm like, yo, man, you don't have no Mercedes Benz. Where's your big body Benz?
Yeah.
Because there's no one who will ever mistake this for a Mercedes Benz.
God damn.
Okay.
Chuck, he driving the Mercury, bro.
A Mercury Cougar. A Mercury Cougar.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, come on, man. Like, you can spit a hot 16. Never. I got hot spit in my mouth.
Yeah, I got some balls. I got some Knicks balls just in case. Yeah, but I ain't gonna waste them here. I'm gonna put them to a beat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get me a beat and I'll throw some. As soon as I find me a producer, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and put these things to, you know what I'm saying, to a little something. I'm just messing around, y'all. I'm just messing around. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You can get, like, okay, let's take a group like Lil Brother. Lil Brother was dope. And they didn't talk about a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't relevant to them. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Their album is hip hop. Who is this dude? Okay. Yeah. That album wasn't necessarily it was hip hop, but it wasn't about a whole bunch of street stuff, right?
Okay.
So a lot of people that want to rap, that's the first thing that they gravitate to is a bunch of street stuff, because they want to fit in that crowd. But guess what? That lane is so crowded with people. Everybody's a gangster. Everybody's tough. Everybody's sold drugs. And my thing is, damn, if all y'all was selling drugs like that, how come y'all don't know each other until y'all become rappers?
Right.
Because all the big drug dealers knew who was big drug dealers.
Right.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Basically. That's just how the game go, Chuck. That's just how the game go. And that's how you stay in the game. You know what I'm saying? How you get in the game and stay in the game is by knowing people. You know what I'm saying? You don't let like randoms like come through and all that stuff. That's how you go to jail, basically. So
pretty much.
Yeah, man. But to the point about the soundtrack the point about the soundtrack to your life, though, I think some people do get in that, like a certain album will line up with a certain time in their life, like a certain age, and it just hit the spot, so to speak. Right, like a album that I would consider close to that is the Heartbreak album, New Edition, Coming Home or whatever they call it. Is it Coming Home? Heartbreak? One of them, Heartbreak. The album that came out in '88.
I think it's Heartbreak.
I think it's Heartbreak. So yeah, because these dudes is talking about like, you know, TSJ talking about a Mercury Mountaineer, and it's not a Range Rover. Yeah, I know it. Yeah, man. But yeah, so the thing is, I think sometimes the music comes along at the perfect time, right? Like, let me hold on for a second. I'm gonna find something for you. Not that. Not that. Not that. Like, hey, let me ask you this: Chuck. What songs was out when you was about to graduate from high school? Say when you was a junior. For me, it was Run DMC. Peter Piper picked up Run.
When I was a junior, I want to say, when I was a junior, that was like '98. So, what was popping in '98?
'98, Jay-Z,
Yep.
Wu-Tang Clan.
All right, Capital Punishment, Aquemini. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Volume 2, The Hard Knock Life. That was out.
Helter Skelter.
Definitely had that album. I had
Magnum
that album.
Force.
Because that's
you talking about Hard Knock Life Volume 2 or Magnum Force? Probably both.
No. Hard Knock Life.
Okay.
Volume 2, Hard Knock Life. And then of course, you know, Miseducation came out then. 400 Degrees. That was probably like my surprise album.
Okay.
That was my surprise album. And that's an underappreciated album.
Yep. Beats is dope.
Wait, can you see him? He's in the panel. What is this nigga talking? Second round knockout is in the top. It's top 5. Top 5 this record of all time. This is top 5. Yeah, buddy.
I don't like cannabis.
Yes. The world know the truth. You don't want me to shine. You study my rhymes. Then you laid your vocals after mine. That's a bitch move. Something the Mo rapper would do. You say you dropping platinum. You only dropping clues. Man, see, I read through your book. I sift through the footnotes on how you used to sniff coke. Fronting like you a drug-free role model, you disgust me. I know chicks that seen you smoke weed recently. You showing off your body to avoid the fact you ain't got skills. 99% of your fan wear high heels. From Ice-T to Kumo D to Jay-Z. Now you want to mess with me? You must be crazy. You dripping the whack juice and you can't get it off. So you better prepare for it. Ugh, fuck that up.
I just Nah, DSJ, I just wasn't feeling it. I just didn't like Cannabis. Period. I just didn't like him. And there's no rhyme or reason. It's like when I saw Cameron, the first time I saw Cameron, I was like, I like him. Before I even heard him say a word. I like him. I like Cameron. Right? I'm just a Cameron fan. You know what I'm saying? And people are like, yo, how you sound like somebody? You saying Public Cameron name, man. You ain't even heard the album ain't even came out yet. Yo, it's gonna be dope. Trust me. Trust me. First time I saw him, I think I saw him do like a freestyle on this thing. Do you remember them joints in BET where dudes used to freestyle in the basement? Remember that?
Oh yeah.
And I saw the dude freestyle. I was like, yo, I like him.
Yeah, he can rap like Cam. Well, listen, Cannabis only he was a one trick pony.
Yeah.
And his album was garbage. The production was the worst I've ever heard in life. And he was a little too arrogant.
Yeah.
Like he was a little too arrogant. Like you nice, but you're not. You're a battle rapper. Who wants to be an MC? You can't make songs. You don't want to listen to nobody who knows how to structure and formulate songs. You just got on, 14 records and just rapped.
Yeah. Who was better, him or John Forte? Him or John Forte better?
John Forte, man. Forte is underrated as a rapper, man. He's underrated as a rapper. John Forte can rap his tail off. Like come on, man. He had.
Is he a better rapper than Cannabis?
Say that again.
Is he a better rapper than Cannabis?
Nah. As a lyricist, no. Cannabis said he said some of the most ridiculous. Just this MC so ill got AIDS scared to catch me. Like that whole Beast of the East. Oh yeah, lyrical Larynette with him and Papoose. Oh my goodness. Lyrically, Cannabis is dope, but he couldn't make songs.
He can't make songs, right?
No, he can't. He couldn't put together songs well, and he didn't know how to dial back the rapidy rap stuff.
Yeah.
Even your best lyricist knows how to dial it back, especially for a record that you try and get radio play for. All right, now if that's not what you're trying to do, then guess what? You shouldn't sign to a label because that's what they want. They want a return on their investment. So, but Biss was a little arrogant before the LL joint. That's why him and Eminem got into it. Because he was like, he wasn't going to do no song with no white dude. And I was like, I don't know if this was the white dude that you should have dissed, because he can rap too.
Hold on for a second, trying to.
So yeah, man. NBA young boy. Almighty Finesse. What you talking about, man? Oh, you have an album coming out? Let me hear you. Yeah, man. Drop a link. Oh, Desperados. At 1,000 degrees Celsius, I make MCs melt. F my record label, I compare courtesy of myself. Let me explain how I maintain my threshold for pain. Walking across the sun barefoot, looking for shade. Like you talking about that verse? Okay. Again,
yeah.
Then when you don't have, when you can't, you're a dope lyricist, but you can't. There was no passion. The only time you heard passion when he was dissing L because he felt disrespected.
He reminds me of Craig G. He reminds me of Craig G. I'm not saying he is Craig G. I'm saying that's who he reminds me of. Like a dude that can sit
Elaborate.
there. He reminds me of Freaky from Nick's Freestyle. Right? Like, Freaky has the ultimate skill, but at sometimes he don't know how to dial it back to put forth like the entertainment value of stuff of such. Like he don't know how to like and so Freaky was like, well, I gotta dial it back, man. I'm keeping it real. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Because he free like to me, Freaky is a super talented intellect and wordsmith, and especially with stuff outside of Nick's universe, but in Nick's universe, he's superb, right? But it's still, you still gotta at times you gotta make people laugh. You know what I'm saying? So, like Cannabis don't know how to make people dance. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because ain't nobody gonna buy no album of 14 battle rhymes. Who buying that?
Nobody.
Nobody.
And they didn't.
That's what I'm saying. And they didn't. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like Craig G, like the difference between say a Coogee Rap and a Craig G. For one, Coogee Rap might be the greatest rapper to ever breathe breath. Might be. Secondly, Coogee Rap had a DJ Polo. Like, hey. We there, right? But listen, let's not just go hard drum beat right here. Let's get like an old soul groove. Here, let's grab these horns from such and such. Let's grab these drums from such and such. Let's sample such and such. And Coogee Rap would say something like, Molly gives a slice, I get nice, and my voice is twice as horrifying as Vincent Price. Goes deep till you fall in the spell of a sleep. And when I'm counting the money, you count sheep. Cause when G-Rap strikes the mic, I recite the type of hype that you like to make the people unite. Right? He'll say stuff like that over a Marley Marl. You know what I'm saying? Cannabis is like talking about how great he is and how God created him as the rapper and everybody else is made out of the leftovers and all this stuff off of, and you like what if what if Keith Murray didn't have Eric Sermon saying, hey, I know you want to use all these long words, but don't use these hardcore battle rhyme drum beats. You know what I'm saying? How about you use what's Keith Murray dopest song, you think?
The most beautifulest thing in this world is just like that. I get in you.
Yeah, and you hear the background music to it, right? It's the softest stuff you ever heard in your life, right? It's the softest stuff you ever heard in your life. Like you could lay down and take a nap to it. I'm talking about the singing part of it, right? But hey, Bodega Wi-Fi's in the building. What's good?
Salute.
But even I'll give you another example. Keith Murray opening up on the I Shot You remix, right? Right.
That is the wildest opening I've heard on a record. I let I'm on the toilet taking my style is all that. A big bag of chips with the dip.
F all that
all that
sensuous.
sensuous.
Yeah,
Came to represent intellectual violence. I leave your clique holier than the 10 Commandments. Like Red Man, I shift with the ruck. If we in for the spliff, we be all up.
right.
Don't be asking me, son. I get busy. Scuff my Timbs on the boulevard of many rough cities. Chicago, LA. I love the Norman Bates. I love to hate you because you's a freak by nature. Can't wait to face you, mutilate you. Drink your style down straight with no chaser.
No
Or
chaser.
verbal compacts like a mini Mac to your back. As soon as one of you dudes try to overreact, my LOD loves good competition and head. We'll come through and murder your camp. And then some more stuff, and some more stuff, and then some more.
Yeah.
Yo, that verse was crazy,
So,
man.
is
That verse was crazy, man.
blow the
That verse was
spotlight
crazy,
ran for
man.
Marcellus. Yeah, but you know what? You know what played right before he started? The soft piano in the dark riff. Remember the piano played right before he started?
Yeah.
Yep, right before he started, right? They're like, I'm gonna break this down. We gonna play this piano riff so y'all know that cerebral mic assassins are up next, right? Beat choice is key. Beat choice is key, right? Like for instance,
Right.
Ice Cube can come at you like that, right? But Ice Cube chooses not to because Ice Cube wants the beat to do it, and he wants you to understand every word that he said, right?
Right.
Who else did Coogee Rap? Coogee Rap is perfect at that, right? Coogee Rap said, for the ladies, 195 pounds of beef, curly hair, cheeky eyes, and gold teeth. Doing this here, young stud, you need practice. I'm leaving puddles of blood on your mattress. It's all this menacing stuff, right? But then when you listen to the beat is like, you know what I'm saying? The beat is mellowed out so you can get a balance. That's the thing that I can't get from Craig G or Cannabis or, you know who else? MC Ren. I can't get that from MC Ren, right? Even though MC Ren's stuff was dope, you just like, I just can't. He just don't have. He's a group rapper, right? The same thing with my man from the Ghetto Boys. What's my man from the Ghetto Boys? My man from the Ghetto Boys that went solo. No, he.
Oh, you talking about the fourth dude?
No, the third dude. Not Big Mike. Not Big Mike. Because Big Mike is dope. Big Mike is dope. He's not as good as Scarface. Remember, Big Mike replaced Scarface. He's not.
Oh, you're talking about Willie D.
Willie D, yeah, Willie D. Willie D. Like all his songs sound exactly the same. Gangsta. You know what I'm saying? You like, okay, all right. I get it. You wear a hat. I get it. You tricked somebody. you tricked it. You gave him gold medal flour instead of cocaine. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You gave him oregano instead of weed. I get it. You can't say that every song. Every song can't be, you know, every song. I gave him Tylenol instead of ecstasy. Yeah. and then the very next song, I gave him oregano instead of weed. And then the next song is, I gave him Tylenol instead of ecstasy. You like, yo, come on. Come on, bro. You gotta switch it up, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know. Yeah, man.
Balance MCs is kind of hard. Well, you know what? Rap gets compared to basketball a lot.
Yeah.
Right. And when they talk about, you know, the mainstream success, they compare that to the NBA and the guys who are, you know, the mixtape kings, the underground kings. They you know, compare them to the street ball or something like that, right? In both of these instances, very rarely do you find guys that are two-way players. Like, they're very good offensively, they're very good defensively. they don't have holes in their games. In rap, you have a lot of one-trick ponies. Guys that can probably rap really well.
Right.
And it's cool when you hear them on the Funk Flex freestyle. You hear them on, Sway in the morning. You hear them, rest in peace. You would hear them on K Slay or something like that. You like, or LA Leakers. You're like, oh my goodness, this person can really rap. Then you get their project, and you're like, okay,
what?
Where the songs?
Coolio. You ever heard Coolio?
I've heard Coolio. Coolio.
Not his albums, not the albums.
Oh, because I've heard his album.
Okay, because Coolio can rap. Coolio can rap, right? Coolio can rap in an unexpected way. Coolio can rap like if you caught Gucci Mane in front of the Waffle House and tried to battle him in front of the Waffle House. Gucci Mane can rap, right? Now, what he put on record, something else. I'm not a Gucci Mane fan, even though he's got some joints that I like. He got some joints that I love, right? Coolio can rap. I remember when I heard Fantastic Voyage, I was like, yo, nah, this dude. I was like, this dude ain't it. But then I heard him rap. I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then
I was wondering who was going. I was about to say you heard Fantastic Voyage and was like, yo, this guy's the next one. I thought you was gonna go there. I was about to leave the chat.
And let me establish a baseline. When I say dudes can rap, what I mean is they belong in the business. I'm not saying they elite. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, I give you a group of guys that can flat out rap, and I would almost put them up against any East Coast group. It's a group called the Alcoholics. They can rap, right? Excuse me, but when you hear their stuff, you like, all these dudes do is party and talk about being drunk. And then you look back at the name of the group.
Right.
They are called the Alcoholics. You know what I'm saying? But and I'll give you an example. The Alcoholics have this song called Only When I'm Drunk. Right? And I'm like, only when I'm drunk. This got to be. He said, have you heard Coolio when he was with WC and the Mess? Yes. I heard early Coolio. I heard early Coolio rap, right? And I'm talking about by himself. I heard early Coolio rap when we had a VH. I heard two groups. I heard two acts at the same time. My homeboy Brown, who, rest in peace, he passed away. That was my roommate in the military. He had a VHS that he bought from Korea, right? Somebody sent it to him while he was in Korea. He came back from Korea to Fort Polk, where I was at, and he had two acts. One of them was Coolio, and one of them was this group called Das Effects, right? He's like, yo, I'm ready to play these two. You better not laugh at me, because they're going to be totally different, but I promise you both are going to be dope. He plays Coolio, and his accent is messing me up, but he can rap. So I'm like, okay, he all right, right? And then he plays the next group, and the group is like, the next group was like, riggedy rah. And I'm like, Chuck, I start laughing. I'm like, what is this? Man, I'm like, take that mess out. He's like, no, it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. I'm like, take that shit out. I didn't even want to give him a chance, right? And then, because he tried to play this joint, Straight from the Sewer or something. Straight from the Sewer. Whatever their first song was. I was like, this joint, take that mess out. And because it was like them and another group, I think might have been some group with a dude with a Lords of the Underground. I think it might have been Lords of the Underground. Is that the group with the dude with the high pitched voice?
Was that Lords of the Underground?
They did Chief
Lords
Rocker,
of the
right?
Underground had what, one Chief Rocker, right? One Chief Rocker, one Chief Rocker.
And they had another joint too. They had another joint. So they had a bunch of joints, but you talking about national hits, right? Chief Rocker was a smash. Yeah, Mr. Funk, that might have been Mr. Funky, might have been his name. The dude with the high pitched voice. The dude with the year is 19 something something. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The dude with the high pitched voice. He played them. So anyway, my roommate Brown was like playing these groups for me because I wouldn't step outside of my comfort zone. My comfort zone at the time was Def Jam. If you wasn't on Def Jam or West Coast, I wasn't really listening to you. If you wasn't like a Tribe Called Quest or Def Jam or some type of West Coast, I wasn't listening to you. If you was anything outside of the you know what I'm saying, the mainstream, I wasn't checking for you. I'm sorry. Right. And so he played Lords of the Underground, and the song come on. The dude's like, the year is 19. And I'm like, is that a chick?
Yo, that's disrespectful.
Nah, I couldn't tell. I'm talking about at the time. This is what I was thinking, bro. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to him, but he had a long and successful career. But I'm saying the first time I heard him, I was like, a bunch of bitches. And then I'm also mad because K Solo had an album that wound up being a flop.
Oh boy, don't talk about K Solo, man. And here's why.
Chuck,
because for some reason you hold him in a light that he shouldn't be in.
I understand that.
Like, he was cool.
I understand that. He's at top. K Solo is not a top 300 record maker, right? In rap. I understand that. But the first time you heard Spellbound, you knew it was different. You know the game changed when you heard Spellbound. Because K Solo said, because I SPELL, very WELL. And so he was like, for all you fake rappers, you can go to HELL. And on Knick Knack Paddywhack, he roasted EPMD. He roasted EPMD on Knick Knack Paddywhack. Or for those that are younger, the California Love beat.
K Solo could rap, yo.
Yeah.
I'm not taking that away from him. Spellbound is absolutely dope. But
yeah.
Okay. I'm going to, because I thought you were going to say, he's probably not top 300, record maker, but he's top 100 rapper, and I'm nah.
Okay.
I could pick 100 rappers that I would pick over K Solo.
Okay.
But then that's not. We have to understand there's a lot of rappers.
Yes.
There are a lot of rappers. You know what? I take that back. Because I'm thinking about the impact. And you brought up him dissing EPMD.
No. He didn't diss EPMD. They was on a song together. Knick Knack Paddywhack, they on the song together. EPMD gave him his first shot when he got out of the clink. They gave him a shot. He was just a street rapper, and they saw him destroy like 70 dudes, and Paris Smith was like, yo, we got to get him before somebody else get him.
Okay, so that story, because he tells that story about because he was battling dudes in jail. Because he battled DMX in jail. He battled DMX in jail.
Yep.
And that's where their DMX. He had beef with DMX over Spellbound.
Yep.
Because they both had a Spellbound, and
so says DMX.
there was.
You ever heard DMX Spellbound?
Yeah, I heard them both.
I ain't never heard DMX's Spellbound. I heard DMX freestyle a Spellbound years later, but I never heard a Spellbound from DMX in the late 80s, early 90s, even 90s. That's just me. Now, if it's somewhere out there, and I can, if you can point me to it, I'll go listen to it right now.
All right, I'll see if I can get that.
It could. Yeah, I'll see if I can find. I'll see if I can find it. But yeah, but the case. Okay, so my thing is with K Solo is K Solo's album. He was like that cannabis style rapper too, but on his album, his album was wide ranging. You could tell Eric and Parrish helped produce the album because you could tell when Eric produced something, you got so tell your mom about her business before I let you know what I'm saying? And then when Parrish produced something, you got what's the joint Parrish produced? It was so dope. It's one of my favorite joints. I ain't gonna lie to you. Fugitive. You ever heard Fugitive by K Solo?
Nope. I don't remember it. I probably have. I probably have. I don't remember it. I'm about to what's called it right now.
Fugitive is so dope. Fugitive is so dope, bro. To me, Fugitive is the best song on the whole album. If it was me, I would have named the album Fugitive. You know what I'm saying? That's how dope the joint was to me. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard this record. Yeah, I've heard this record. Wait a minute. Yo. Yo, this first album was kind of fire. I forgot. Tales from the Crack Side. Yeah, Tales from the Crack Side. Your mom is in our business. She's in our business. Yo.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
Hey, man, Fugitive? Man.
Yeah.
That's why
yeah.
And that's why when I said I was mad at K Solo's second album, when he was playing me all them joints, I had just listened to Letterman, and I'm like, what is this? You could tell. You know how when a collective has too many acts, too many groups, and they trying to rush out everybody.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? That's what it sounded like. Because K Solo said on Redman joint, K Solo said, my afro pose at 360 degrees, so that makes me the light-skinned Richard Roundtree. My vocabulary very vocacious and gregarious, or something like that, he said. I was like, yo, this is nuts. And you know Redman can rap, yo. I ain't never seen Redman on any posse joint where Redman didn't hold his own. Ever. Redman is like, I was gonna say Redman, it's like Method Man. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Like you've never seen Redman on a joint where he's overmatched.
Nah. He usually holds his weight, or
Right.
he's the standout verse
Yeah. Yeah.
on that record. Yeah.
Yeah. So
E. Gibson, shout out E. Gibson. Yeah, man, me too. I thought they were the same person. Then I thought they were brothers.
people thought they was brothers because they was tight too now.
Right.
Yeah, they was tight.
I have to. Yeah, man. I have to backtrack some of what I said. K Solo. I think this is a very underappreciated project, man.
Yeah.
This
Talking about the first
like,
one, right?
Yeah, man, because it was produced very well.
Yeah.
As soon as I hit play on The Fugitive, I was like, oh, I've heard this joint. Yes,
Yeah.
this is fire.
Yeah.
I think we don't do that enough. And especially when we having these conversations about certain artists and their discography and where they rank, like I don't think it's fair to go off the top of the head. Like you gotta go back and listen. Because sometimes you can have your most recent memory of them might
Right.
not be accurate representation of what their career was. Like
Right.
take Vince Carter. You see Vince Carter the last 2-3 years career, right?
Yeah.
People forget that dude was that guy
In
for
New
a stretch
Jersey.
of time. Like he
In
was
New
that,
Jersey, that dude was
even in Toronto.
Yeah.
Even in Toronto, them 6 years in Toronto, like he was that guy. And then when he got with New Jersey, like people don't remember those years because
Right.
he's been this. It's been so long since
Right.
we seen that, and so I said all that to say about K Solo. It's been 20 years. I'm like, man, I ain't heard nothing from that dude in a minute. Nah, man, Uncle Freezy bugging, man. Like, why ain't he talking about this? And then when you go back and you listen, and it's like the floodgates open up, and you're like, oh no, this project was crazy.
Yeah, man.
This project was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, K Solo was that dude for a minute, but yes, Eric and Parrish had their groups, and each of the groups were dope.
Right.
But like you said, they were trying to do too much.
Too much. Because they had Keith
time.
Murray. They had Keith Murray on the shelf for a minute. Remember, they had Keith Murray. They had Keith Murray on the shelf for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you had oh God damn it. Let me okay. So first of all, it's Eric and Parrish. So first of all, it's EPMD, right?
Right.
Then it was K Solo, right?
Right.
Then it was K Solo. Then it was Redman, Das Effects, Jamal and Malik. It was illegal. Was that their name?
Illegal.
Dennis, and so Jamal and Malik. I forget which one is Molly G. One of them changed their name to Molly G. I don't know if it's Jamal or Malik. You know what I'm saying? I don't know which one, but anyway, Das Effects, then Keith Murray. Then they had the group with the two Puerto Rican dudes. What's the two Puerto Rican dudes' name?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
I forgot.
I'm gonna Google it.
Oh, Jamal. Oh yeah, you're right. It's right. It's oh yeah, because they used to. Yo, you remember when what's the name? Them had a beef. Jamal and Malik had the beef with Stretch Group, with Naughty by Nature little group. Remember the little boys Naughty by Nature brought out? Was it illegal? They had this song back in the day. Back in the day when I was a teenager. Shout out to Q-Tip. That's a Q-Tip sample they used. Back in the day when I was a teenager, I didn't have a phone, I didn't have a pager. That's a Tribe Called Quest. The youngsters, yeah, that's right. The youngsters, you're right. Soulfinger, you're right.
Salute the
Soulfinger know what he's talking about.
Finger coming through in the clutch. My brain was.
Yeah, because they changed their name from the youngsters to the Illy Funksters. Remember, they changed their name to the Illy Funksters. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That thing was crazy. but the Illy Funksters, both of them was carbon copies of Tretch. Remember they used to do all Tretch movements?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, yo, these little Tretches. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And they and they also had like a three-way beef with a dude from a young dude that had a song called Lemonade. I think he was in Wu-Tang Clan. Remember the young
Shaheem?
Is that him? The young dude that was talking on the beginning of Can It Be So Simple?
Shaheem
So it was,
Child.
Shaheem, that's him? He had the song Lemonade? I can't remember. I can't remember. But and I think there was like and it was like one more young dude. I think it was maybe a dude named Chi Ali. You remember Chi Ali, the young dude, little nappy head dude, Chi Ali?
Yeah, I remember Chi Ali. He jammed himself up.
Yeah, he jammed himself up before. Man, listen, man, yeah. So Chuck, since I mentioned all these collectives, which collective is best? Def Squad, Wu-Tang Clan, the Flavor Unit, the Juice Crew,
The best at what?
The Native Tongues, the best at making music. So who?
I'm going off of, I'm gonna go straight Wu-Tang off of biasness, not even recalling everyone's records.
Okay.
Because you have 36 chambers.
Yep.
You have
Triumph.
You have the Purple Tape, you have Liquid Swords, you have Iron Maiden, you have let me see, that's only 5 albums. What was Bobby Digital's? What was his album? What was the name of his album?
Oh, I forgot that.
Oh, yes, The Return of the 36 Chambers. That was ODB's album.
Yep.
Yeah. I just named 7 classics, man.
Wow.
Salute, man.
Wow. So
Salute
Native Tongues get no love then. So that's like 7 albums, right? Man. Wow. I don't know if the Flavor Unit had 7 albums. And you can't count Janae because Janae was R&B.
You better count them. you better count them. You better
You
count
talking
them.
for it to be close, right? For it to be
Yeah.
close, you got to
Yeah.
count Johnny. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know if you go by who out of all of these groups had the biggest hit. I think it's the Flavor Unit.
And their biggest hit is what?
OPP. I don't want to go through and get the data. I don't want to go through and get the data. But the Flavor Unit had some joints. Queen Latifah had 3 albums in a row that had some joints on it. And I ain't talking about like Ladies First and all of that. I'm talking about Latifah's Had It Up to Here, UNITY.
Very dope records.
And I don't even want to compare the Wu to the Native Tongues. I don't want to compare the Wu to the Native Tongues because I really like Method Man. I really like my favorite Wu member, and I say this all the time, and people laugh when I say it. But my favorite Wu member is the Rebel INS, right? Because anytime they had an important song to come out to establish themselves, guess who was on the first verse?
Because I bomb atomically. High prophecies.
Yeah.
Yo, that was how do you start a rhyme off like that? Holy moly. That was crazy.
And Bodega, am I lying? The dude said, abomatomically, Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I'm dropping these mockeries, lyrically performed on robberies, flee with the lottery, possibly they spotted me. Battlescar, how do you start?
Shogun.
Yes, the first song off the most. First of all, it took them 4 years to come out with the second album, right? So the first song, the title track off of the much anticipated double album is a dude saying, abomatomically, Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how Japanese mockeries lyrically performed on robberies, flee with the lottery, possibly they spotted me. What are we doing? What are we doing here? Inspector Deck, you had that the whole time? And he's another one. He's another cannabis, bro. Lyrically, second to none. Can't make dope music.
Nah, his beats were fire. His beats was fire. Yeah, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing.
Right. He had a song on Pete Rock's first album, right? Bro, him and Corrupt. How you put Inspector Deck and Corrupt on the same song? Pete Rock. That's crazy. And he did the joint Above the Clouds with Guru. Every time I hear Above the Clouds, I be tapping my toe trying to get through Guru verse so I can hear Inspector Deck. No, shout out to rest in peace, Guru. Right? Yeah, Papoose also. Papoose too.
And I love that dude, man. I love that dude. I think he's a top tier lyricist. But man,
is he better than Lloyd?
Lloyd who?
Banks. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I thought you was talking about the R&B singer. I was about to say, yo, that's disrespectful of the highest order, man. Okay. Is he better than Lloyd Banks?
I'm talking about Papoose now. I'm talking about Papoose. I ain't talking about nobody.
bar for bar, I think it'll be a good one. I think
it'd
it'll be
good too.
I think it'll be a good one. But the difference is, I think that Banks know how to put together one.
Okay.
Because after G Unit, he had one. Him and Joel Santana had one. Beamer
Right.
Benz Bentley. Yeah, Banks definitely got a classic album, but we're not talking about their albums. We was just talking about like
bars.
Because if we were talking albums now, because Banks has an album that sold records and a classic. So Pap don't got that.
So Chuck, I think we have to establish this thing. So of all the collectives that you know of, right? Of the Dog Pound, the Boot Camp Clique, was 2 Boot Camp Cliques, but of all the collectives, who do you think is Wu-Tang Clan the best? Boogie Down Production? They've had
the longest. They've had the most longevity. Wu's had the most longevity. And the Wu-Tang is a bigger brand than all of those other collectives that you mentioned.
Bigger than Flavor Unit.
Yeah, man.
The Flavor Unit is still making movies. Remember they did that stupid Christmas movie? Remember Flavor Unit did that? Mo, what's the name of that Flavor Unit Christmas movie with Charlie Murphy? Charlie Murphy said, Ricky. Charlie Murphy said Ricky in that sweater looked like cookies and cream.
Oh, you talk about the joint with him and Morris Chestnut and what'd you call it? Yeah.
Oh my God,
that movie was awful.
He called them cookies and cream. Oh,
Morris Chestnut can't play no piano.
No, he can't.
And sing? Come on, man.
No,
Come on.
He called him. And he said so smooth. Right here, he look like cookies and cream. Morris Chestnut. Morris Chestnut didn't need to be shaving something else. Morris Chestnut looked like the Lion King in that sweater. Oh, yo, that is so crazy. Yo, yo, that was crazy. That was crazy, yo. That was crazy, man. Yeah, but I don't know. I think Def Squad probably is comparable, but the Native Tongues, bro, they were so deep, bro. I'm talking about the Jungle Brothers, De La Soul, Tribe Called Quest, Black Sheep. I mean, cats was leaving their collective to go be down with the Native Tongues, bro. Leaders of the new school. The Scenario remix, come on, bro. Come on, bro. I mean, and if that dude Kid Hood wouldn't have died, the dude, they was like, this dude Kid Hood, they was like, this, for legit, Bustin' was saying this dude Kid Hood was gonna be one of the greatest rappers to ever do it. And he got murdered before the song was released. Before the Scenario remix was released. at the beginning of the song, Busta's like, here in 1992, so he's not here in physical form, but in spiritual essence. He talking about Kid Hood. And they say Hood, and then the dude just come in and just rip it. A unknown dude gets the first verse on A Tribe Called Quest smash single remix. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. I don't know, bro. I think Native Tongues might be up there with Wu. I'm not gonna say they beat them, but you know, yeah, man. I'm leaning towards Wu, right? I'm leaning towards the Wu, but I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
What about the Capodanas of the world? What did they do? What about the You Gods? What did the You Gods do?
Cap dropped the album.
He sure did.
What was the name? What was the name of that joint?
Trash. That was the name of it.
All right, that's a little disrespectful.
I'm just messing around.
I think it was the Pillage. Now You God really didn't have a dope joint. But everybody else did.
Yeah.
Everybody has at least a classic album.
What about the Firm? Can we put the Firm
And as a
in this
collective? No.
What? You can't put Nas, AZ, and Foxy Brown
like Do or Die, and then
classic. That's classic though.
Absolutely a classic. Absolutely a classic. To be honest, I feel
Nas is a better artist than all these dudes.
I feel like another Brooklyn rapper kind of jacked that Do or Die swag and kind of rebranded it as,
of course.
You know,
he put down the diggity. He put down the diggity to be AZ.
Right.
While nobody was looking.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
In the middle of the night while nobody was looking.
Right. And I'm not really feeling, you know what I'm saying? Because we were discussing earlier, you know, about this person being a chameleon and being able to jump on something early and then trying to make it seem as if he was the guy who invented
it. Yeah.
that thing. So when you go listen to Do or Die, you go listen to his critically acclaimed album, which wasn't critically acclaimed at first, which didn't get 5 mics. They had to go press some people. So in the next issue, it was given 5 mics.
So was that strong arming or payment? So I always felt like it was money. I never thought it was influence. I thought it was bread. I thought they paid off everybody. I thought all along the way, Jay-Z then was paying people to get his. I always thought it was cashola with Jay-Z early on.
Okay, so we just all right. So yeah, let's go ahead and do it. No, Do or Die. Do or Die. Not Do or Die.
No, not Do or Die. Not Do You Wanna Ride in the Backseat of a Caddy? You don't know, not that one.
Nah. Do or Die. That's AZ's first album.
You don't want to do. You don't want to do Do or Die. Do you want to ride in the backseat of a caddy?
Chop it up
Right.
with Hey man, Twister don't get enough props as being a top tier lyricist. He absolutely destroyed that record.
yeah.
He destroyed that
Yeah.
record. I think he probably rapped 32 bars, like because he kept rapping. I was like, okay, the hook about to come in. Nope.
Nope.
still
Nope.
Twister rapping.
Yeah.
The Fugees, are we counting the Fugees as a collective? We can count them as a collective, but once you get past, you know, that mega album,
Yeah.
uh,
What
the
else?
rest
What
of
else you got?
the
What else you
rest of
got?
that
That's
stuff is blah 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 blah.
it. Yeah.
Because you are not telling me anything that Pras put out solo is going up against anything.
Anything. Nothing. What about
The Carnival.
Chuck? What about Wu Tang? What about Wu Tang versus No Limit?
Wu Tang versus No Limit. Now, on the surface, we're going to say Wu Tang forever. And there are going to be people in the chat like, yo, it's not even close. I had just touched the South at the rise of that No Limit.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life.
The vibe
No
was
disrespect to Cash Money. Cash
Yep.
Money was not that. Cash Money was not No Limit. I'm sorry. I didn't understand it. And I was like, the hell is this?
Cash Money got the better rappers. This is what I'm thinking. Cash Money got the better rappers and the better beats. But No Limit had the vibe. No Limit had that regular people vibe. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I think Cash Money had the better rappers, right? And the better beats. But No Limit was coming out with stuff like, it seemed like every day they was coming out with new stuff.
Because you got Beats by the Pound making the beats.
Yeah.
And that's art, and them having the better beats is arguable. Them having the better rappers, we can argue that, because at their rise, Lil Wayne was not rapping the way he's rapping now. He was doing a wobbity wobbity wop. That's Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And
BG
could rap.
Yeah.
But he wasn't Juvie or Turk.
Yeah, he wasn't elite. Yeah, he wasn't elite.
Juvie and Turk were the rappers.
Yeah.
But with No Limit, Fiend.
Oh, I forgot about the Dungeon Family. Oh, I forgot about the
Magic
Dungeon Family too. God dang it.
I'm
sorry, Chuck.
Dungeon Family. Wait, let's finish with Cash Money and No Limit. No Limit.
Yeah, go ahead.
No Limit had Fiend. They had Mr. Magic. They had Mia X. They had Mystical. Like they had rappers. They had rappers over there. Like we can't think all of No Limit was Master P and Silk the Shocker.
No,
they can't rap.
No. That's unfair to everybody. That's unfair to the conversation. Unfair to people that love music, and unfair to Mr. Magic and all of them. Now, what I'm saying is when I say No Limit had the better rappers, what I'm saying is the top rappers on each side, when you put them up against each other, I preferred Cash Money. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's no denying that Cash Money had the better radio records, and then they had the better. They were more polished. Let me say that they were more polished of a sound than No Limit, because if you put Juvie up there, the only other person, well, see, Soulja Slim was with both camps because he was
Yeah.
Magnolia Slim with one, and then he was Soulja Slim. He was Soulja Slim with Cash Money, but he was
Right.
Magnolia Slim with No Limit.
Right.
He Soulja Slim, man. I could talk for a minute about that dude, man. I thought he was going to be the next big thing.
Yep.
Because even though he had that unique New Orleans twang,
Yeah.
it's unmistakable. When you hear it, you know they from New Orleans, right? But his rhymes were so hood, man, so gutter. I love Soulja Slim, man. That Snoop album gets dissed a lot, man.
It didn't feel real to me. I don't even want to, man. Yeah, it just didn't feel real to me.
That's because we were used to him rapping over Dre production the whole time.
Right.
But Snoop had a couple records with No Limit that was fire. His album wasn't really that bad.
I felt like
it was just
rushed,
we ain't
bro.
never heard Snoop on
No
that type
limit.
of production.
Yeah.
But after mother N words, I'm down for my
Yeah.
down for my.
You talking about hey, as soon as the DJ play that, the club owners just come out and just turn the lights on. He just turned the lights on, all of them, even the emergency lights. You be like, damn, the exit lights on too. Turn on all the lights. You ain't tearing up my club. Yeah, you ain't gonna tear up my club. No, nah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, I would say this. Let me first show love to No Limit. No Limit was doing their thing. They hustled. They were everywhere down south. I mean, everywhere. Them dudes ain't never stopped performing. The No Limit crew, they was always on the road and always putting out albums and always doing features on each other albums. You know what I'm saying? They was always hustling. But they was always in trouble. You're like, dang, who got arrested? He got arrested in what place in Texas? He got who did what in Alabama? You know what I'm saying? And so and with Cash Money reminded me of the Miami rappers just out of New Orleans. Right? Like and I know that seemed wrong, right? Because I think Juvie is a better rapper than most Miami rappers, except I know I give it to him. He a better rapper than most Miami rappers, right? At that time, right? But man, I mean, Cash Money, it just seemed like when you went to the club, like No Limit would have an anthem, right? That they'll play during no matter what time, no matter what month you went to the club, No Limit would have an anthem. But Cash Money would have songs, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they would have just song after song, man. You know.
And you got to give a lot of credit to Manny Fresh, man. That was all Manny.
Yeah.
That was Manny Fresh, man. Anything that you heard from Cash Money that you think that is a hit to you, that was Manny Fresh. So I thought about, okay, what if Cash Money did a verses against No Limit? How would that? And I was like, when I start going down the roster, like going down the list of joints, I'm like, one thing that I will say, it's not going to be a complete wash. Maybe someone in the chat a big copper. I don't necessarily agree with that whole thing, but in the South, No Limit had the South, man.
Yeah, No Limit had it.
They had the South. Now, Cash Money may be, Cash Money is definitely more known. They have
What? Hey, Chuck, just real quick. Where's Birdman from?
New Orleans.
Okay. No, I'm saying, where did he come from?
What part of New Orleans?
No. I know where he's from and all that stuff. I'm saying, like, how did he get to where he is right now? Is where I'm getting at. Like, where did he come from to get where he is right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It was like they came out of nowhere.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know the origins. I don't know, like,
because he wasn't a dope rapper, and he wasn't a fire producer.
No.
You know what I'm
saying? I assume him and his brother Slim were the ones who had the money.
Prior to bread, right?
Right. And so they were able to go and gather up the talent that was in the neighborhood, the young dudes, and make something happen.
Yeah, BG and Lil Wayne for sure. Because I heard Lil Wayne tell a story about him and BG. Like, they would legit chauffeur them back and forth to school. Like, they went to their mom's house and, like, picked them up. Like, yo, we taking them with us. We're gonna get them out of this ghetto. These dudes got talent. They're gonna be with us all the time. We're gonna take care of them like they are sons, right? And the mamas was like, no, you ain't taking my babies. And then they gave us some cash, and they was like, make sure you bring my babies back here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, and so it was like,
we
okay.
We kind of rewriting history a little bit. It was Juvenile and BG in the beginning of Cash Money. Those Juvenile were the guys and BG. Chopper City in the Ghetto and 400 Degrees. Okay. Those were the albums that people would listen to. It was like, oh, Wayne came to prominence after everybody left. After they was having money issues and people getting locked up. BG getting locked up for like the third time. In the beginning, Wayne took them to a whole nother level. No, not in the beginning. No, he didn't.
No, not in the beginning.
Not in the beginning. He was the 8-bar, wobbity, ad lib dude.
Barely that, Chuck. But he was with them though.
He was with them for sure.
Yeah.
But he wasn't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just saying, like, he wasn't that until afterwards. After Juvie and BG was gone, Wayne didn't take them to another level until the Carter 2.
The way I interpret what Lil Wayne said is when there would be times when the studio would be empty, everybody would be gone. He'd be in the studio by himself. And he would rap the way that he wanted to rap when he was there by himself. But when his big brothers was there, they was like, no, sound like this, rap like this, right? And so what happened was after, I think he said when he got about 16 or 17, maybe 17, he was like, no, I ain't rapping like that. He started standing up on his own and said, this is the way I sound and this is what I'm doing. And they were like, well, fuck it, let's go with it then. You think he's something, let's go with it. And then from there, that's when the things took up. I saw it on a Lil Wayne interview. It was like when they were young, it was like, no, don't do that. Basically what he was told, what Manny Fresh told Lil Wayne is, we hate New York. and we don't want to sound like New York. Don't be in here trying to sound like New York. Basically, is what he was telling BG and Lil Wayne, right? And Lil Wayne was like, okay, but and he's like, ain't no buts. No, sound like this. And then when Lil Wayne got a little older and could hold his own, he was like, nah, man, this is the way I sound. I'm rapping like this. And if you don't like it, then whatever. That was my interpretation of it. Now, I mean, maybe, what I'm saying, I'm reaching a little bit, but that's what it sounded like he was saying. Like after BG and Juvie, just like you said, like nobody in the studio, Lil Wayne was just wanting to sound like his natural self, which was not a down south rapper, so to speak, but an international rapper that's from down south. And there's a difference. Like you know how Cats can be like Jay-Z is an international rapper. He's not a New York rapper, even though he's from New York, right? Like Kanye is an international rapper, even though he's from Chicago, right?
Right.
Even though people say, no, he's a Chicago rapper. No. Chicago rappers don't sound like Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Kanye sounds like Louis Vuitton's slipper rapper. That's what he sounds like. Right? But let me ask you this. Do we exclude the Dungeon Family?
We don't have to exclude them, but we absolutely know it stops at a certain point for some of those guys. But you absolutely include them. Okay. You absolutely include them for sure. And my personal bias, Dungeon Family comes right after Wu-Tang Clan. Sorry, Flavor Unit. Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah, man. See, I think sometimes when we have these discussions, man, we got to do it with the actual music, man, and we got to play these records and things side by side, to get a real appreciation for what we're talking about.
Okay. So here's the thing. My favorite. So if I list my favorite two are Native Tongue's Juice Crew.
Okay.
Right? They pull at my heartstrings. But if we go by facts alone, no emotion, just facts, I think you got to go Dungeon Family. Right? Dungeon Family in a boat race over Wu-Tang Clan. Because even if you pick out Wu-Tang Clan's best song ever, whatever it is, whatever Wu-Tang Clan's best song, it would be fifth compared to the Dungeon Family. Right? Because I Like the Way You Move is a historic hit. Not a historic rap hit or historic R&B hit. I Like the Way You Move is up there with Thriller. I mean, not Thriller, but with Billie Jean, with Elvis, Mariah Carey, Boyz II Men. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's a fact in record sales alone. If you go by record sales, I Like the Way You Move is up there, right? And if you say, well, whatever Wu-Tang Clan song may not be able to touch that, but it'll touch their second best song. Really? Is it a bigger song than Hey Ya? Whatever Wu-Tang Clan song from whatever artist, even all of them together, whatever song it is from Wu-Tang Clan, is it bigger than Hey Ya? No.
Uncle Freezy. Okay, that's a different. Okay, let's put it like this: if they were doing the verses, and they played Hey Ya at the verses,
right?
there are plenty of records that the Wu-Tang can play that will get a bigger response than
Yeah.
Hey Ya.
Like Triumph is that banger. Cream.
Those
on,
are
man.
I'm talking those records. I'm talking about those specific records.
Yeah, but
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar
Dollar
bill, y'all.
Yeah, I'm saying the songs are dope, right? But if you just go by the number of units sold,
but we're not. We can't
so
because then that adds other records and other crews that you could put there. Because whatever crew that MC Hammer was a part of or had the Hammers, I don't know what they were called.
Nah, there wasn't no crew. They had
didn't he have some girls? Didn't he have some girls doing some
trash.
stuff?
Old Town 357.
But sir, that's a collective, and then you got to put that there, and then you got to say, well, the biggest record out of that collective is Can't Touch This. Because if we go by the shared numbers, then Can't Touch This is.
I understand your point, right? But I think you have to give credit to Outkast for making it because listen, when Hey Ya came out, people liked it and it sold. So it wasn't just like a song on the Fast and the Furious soundtrack. It was like a Flow Rider joint that ain't nobody heard, but it sold 10 million records because it was on the Fast and the Furious, like Wiz Khalifa and Charlie, whatever his name is. And just because it was on a certain soundtrack, it sold a lot of records. Nah, the think about the Wiz Khalifa Charlie Puth thing. I ain't even heard it until it had already sold like 8 million records. It wasn't even dope. You know what I'm saying? To me, right? But I like the way you move. I never forget me and Mo, and we tell this story all the time. Me and Mo was coming from our homeboy house. He passed away. Dang, I know a lot of people that passed away, man. That's just crazy. Anyway, I was coming from a homeboy house, right? Me and my wife. We had a new car. We was in a Chrysler 300. It wasn't a new car. It was just new to us, right? And we heard I Like the Way You Move, come on. And we heard the intro. Boom, boom, boom. And I was like, yo, wait a minute. What is this? What is this? And so I was like, yo. And then Big Boy started rapping. Talking about sound like aluminum cans in the bag. And I know y'all wanted that 808. And when that hit me, I was like, yo, this right here as might be the best song Outkast ever made.
No.
Off of listening to it one time. Right? Just once. It's like, yo, this. I never forget. We went straight from there and straight to Walmart to buy the album. Straight to Walmart to buy the album. I was like, yo, this right here is fire. Right? I don't think Wu-Tang Clan has they don't have the.
Here's the thing. All right, let me put this in perspective. Because what you're saying sounds good. Just like everyone thought it was going to be a fair fight between Ludacris and Nelly. Nelly had monster hits. Nelly sold mega records. And when those records started being played and Luda was playing his records, there was a clear difference. Now, if you said some of the other things, like, you know, some of the songs from like Aquemini, some of the songs from ATLiens Style, some of the songs from Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music, like if you were talking about some of them records, like them records, okay, we're gonna have to stretch they play any. If this was a versus, they play any of them records.
Okay.
Not getting no play, man.
Okay. Okay. I understand. I understand what you're saying.
I like the way you move is a good record, man. Great record. I think it's a dope record.
Yep.
But to say that's the best record Outkast has ever done, no way.
Okay.
One of their most creative records is Spoddy Odylicious.
I agree with you.
Like that. Come on, man. I like the way you move.
Right.
Oh man, that thing sound good in the trunk when you got some knock in it. I don't think it's better than that song.
Okay.
I think they play Elevators. Elevators get a bigger reaction than that.
I love that.
I think if Big Boy played Kryptonite, that'll get a bigger reaction than I Like the Way You Move.
Okay.
Hey Ya. Yeah, man. If we had Good Morning America and they were doing the verses at Good Morning America, oh yeah. Yes, Miss Jackson. Yeah, man. Like Miss Jackson
they got a lot of dope songs, man.
They do.
Outkast they got a lot of dope songs now.
Their catalog is crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're probably the only group that could get up there and Wu will be sweating.
Okay.
The rest of the people that you name, I don't think so. The rest of the collectives, okay, no, I take that back. The Hit Squad, Def Squad, EPMD, Collective, yeah, they got joints too.
So the Dungeon Family is not just Outkast.
Oh, I know that. We got Big Gip, we got Mojo, we got CeeLo, we got
Cujo. You got Cujo, not Mojo.
Cujo, we got Cool Breeze, we got Witch Doctor, we got the producers, Organized Noise, like
Organized Noise, yeah.
Sleepy Brown. You gotta count Future and Big and Killer Mike. They were the new school Dungeon Family.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at the names now. Are we gonna count the Purple Rainbow All Stars?
Yeah, man.
That group is Big Boy, Killer Mike,
yeah,
Janelle Monáe, Bubba Sparks.
Yeah. You gotta count that.
I guess you gotta count it. I
mean, on it all day, straight up pimping. You know, you can find me in the A on it. Man, that we
well, for one, I love Goody Mob.
Cell Therapy.
I love
Soul
Goody
Food.
Mob, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, CeeLo said a heaping helping of fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, and collard greens. Too big for my jeans. Steam come from under the lid that's on a pot. Ain't got a lot, but I'm thankful for the little that I got. Why not greens? Fast food got me feeling sick. Whatever. By making all this bullshit affordable, I thank the Lord that my voice is recordable. Soul Food. I remember when I first heard the beat, or when I first heard it. I was like, yeah, they get. You know, when MCs get a super simple beat, they get a super simple beat, so they can rip your head off lyrically. They about to say something.
Yep.
When you hear a super simple beat, they about to say something, right? And when you hear a super dope beat, then you know they like, yo, I'm not gonna mess this beat up. I'm gonna just be real simple. I'm gonna be real plain because this thing is already a smash. All I gotta do is just put something on it. That's it. And that's what Master P. That's what Master P's genius is, right? Because Master P wasn't the greatest rapper, but he was smart enough to know that I better not mess this beat up by being too complicated. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Soul Finger, I'm with you. I'm sorry.
They don't dance no more. They don't. Yeah, that was another song, man. You had to be careful, man.
Yeah.
They don't dance no more. They don't dance no more. Ooh. And then that drops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy.
Dance no more. All they do is this. All they do is this.
All they do is this. All they do is this. They don't dance no more. Yeah. I'm an Outkast fan, man. I was probably one of the only dudes from up top that had Southern playlistic Cadillac music. Like, what is that? What is that all jumbled up?
Cadillac music. You remember when the video first came on BET? The title of the song went all the way across the screen and right back around. You like,
yes.
Well, somebody fell asleep on the keyboard. Somebody did this on the keyboard. Somebody did that on the keyboard. Somebody did that on the keyboard, man. They crazy. They crazy. Yo. But yeah, man.
I agree to a certain extent. Like, those groups weren't pop in the beginning, but because of their affiliations, and then them not being afraid to be themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not afraid of the fact that they are musical. Like, CeeLo, as much as he can sing, he can rap. he can rap.
Yes. I met him. I met the dude. I met the dude. Me and my cousin Cornelius. Let's go. Me and my cousin Cornelius. What did I call him? What did I call him in yesterday's show? Hiram? My cousin, the one that with the girl. Okay, Hiram. Me and my cousin Hiram walked up to him. We went to Jermaine O'Neal draft party. I don't know how, Chuck. Listen, man. I don't know. I don't pull no strings, bro. I'm not pretending to be famous. All I know is he asked me if I wanted to go. I said yes, and we went. Right. So he's like, "Yo, you want to go to Jermaine O'Neal draft party?" What? Hell yeah, I want to go. He's like, "Come on, we ain't got no time. You want me to go dressed like this?" Yep, I'm feeling that right now. Okay. You know what I'm saying? We went and we met CeeLo, and CeeLo was there rapping, and he rapped for like 15 straight minutes. I was like, yo, this dude, I know rap, and this dude can rap. This dude rapped for like 15 straight minutes of bars. I asked him to sing Free, and he was like, yo, why everybody be wanting me to sing Free? Man, just sing it. Check out, like, man, just sing the goddamn song. Yeah, and y'all know the song Free. Free is the song. It's a song off the album. But it's the song CeeLo was singing at the beginning of the Soul Food video. Well, it's so hard. Yeah. Yeah, man. So, Chuck,
I think one Saturday. Look, I'm gonna let you finish. I think one Saturday or something, we're gonna have to sit down, man. We're gonna have to sit down. We're gonna have to line these records up, and we're gonna have to break them down. We're gonna have to go one by one. You pick who you wanna, if you want to represent the Dungeon family in that collective. You take their top 20, 25 joints, and I'll take the Woo top 25 joints, and it will go back and forth.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll do a bootleg versus. We'll do a bootleg versus. Or like people like to say, a dollar store. We'll do a dollar store versus.
Yeah, we'll do a dollar store versus, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm with it.
Yeah.
Hey, so Chuck, I got some.
Maybe I
some
should have
news.
said that backstage. Yes,
I got some news. So I got to get a procedure done tomorrow at 8:00, so I won't be able to rock.
Okay. All right.
So Vibsters, I won't be in the building tomorrow. I can cue it up though, but I won't be present. I just got some stuff. I got some Fat Boy stuff going on. So
okay.
And, I got to make sure if I ever want to be a skinny boy, then what I'm saying, I got to make sure I take care of myself and all that stuff. Y'all know how I go.
Okay.
So, but I gotta. But before we get out of here though, because the conversation always be fire, man. Before we get out of here, I gotta ask you this: what do you think of the one-hit wonders of the golden era? Do you think they are a byproduct of sampling, or do you think they were skilled and the competition was too heavy for them to stay in the game?
Oh, you can't ask that question and us get ready to leave. Are you serious? Because it's nuanced, and I think it's different for everyone. For all of the one-hit wonders. Go ahead, give me an example, and I'll elaborate.
D-Nice.
I think when D-Nice just didn't have a follow-up record, man.
Yeah, because he had one hit.
Like that was it. Like he couldn't get like all right, yeah. Your name is D-Nice. We get that. You're taking out suckers, and we don't know how you did it. Cool.
Right.
Now,
right.
what's the next joint?
Right.
And see, sometimes with labels, all they see you as a single artist. You know what I mean? Like, no, we just need you for the single. We don't need a whole project from you. That's why you could get, a Gina Thompson with Bad Boy, have a humongous record, and then you don't hear nothing else from her. And you're like, wait a minute, what's going on? Sometimes that's how the deal is set up. Some people just have a single deal, and then guess what? Sometimes that's all you have. Like you don't have anything else. You just got this one Hail Mary, and that's it.
Let me give you two more examples. One of them gonna make you laugh, right? Steezo. I know. It's my turn.
God. Oh.
You remember Steezo? I am Steezo, not no hero. Just call me Steezo, the Fly Negro.
I think
Steezo, he was so trash, but that song was so dope, bro.
I think that was his problem.
Yeah.
I think that was the problem, because you know what happened. You know what happens sometimes is that guys, labels are so enamored with the presentation, like that presentation, and they think that the artist has more of that. Like, it's my turn. Like, the beat is crazy.
Yeah.
But he kind of comes off kind of like a gimmick.
He comes off like a brand new dance called the Pee Wee. Like Joeski Love. Pay attention, all
Yeah.
people in the party is hurting. A
And-
brand new dance that you must be learning. There's something, man. You got me turning. A brand new dance called the Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, Joeski Love.
And in the game of hip hop, that's how you play yourself. When it's clearly a gimmick, it's like, oh no. Let me see. I know people want to say Rob Bass, but Rob Bass had some mild joints after.
Right. And Rob Bass could
You know,
rap. That's the misnomer. People think Rob Bass, I like the Whopper, F the Big Mac. No, Rob Bass could rap, but
Yeah.
he was smart enough not to mess up that It Takes Two beat. Because he had that
Right.
joint and I love why I says these always.
Joy, pump it up in pain. Come on, here we go. Sunshine, what else? And rain. Oh yeah, joy. Yeah, man. I remember
Down
that
south
joint.
at the skating man, down south at the skating rink for that. What? Ain't no real
Yeah.
skating rink. Are there skating rinks in Brooklyn? Are they people roller skate in Brooklyn?
I think there's a skating rink somewhere in Brooklyn, like in East New York. If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken. My
Okay.
NY people let me know. I've never been to the skating rings here in the city. Skating rings was only a South thing for me. Like I've
Yeah.
never been to any of the skating rings in the city. Like I've been to the quote unquote skate parks where all the skaters and at the time rollerbladers.
Yeah.
When I started skating, rollerblades were the thing. But like the roller skates, like Tootie Road in Facts of Life.
Yeah.
You couldn't get Chuck on a pair of those. I tried, and I was like, I can't ride these. But anyway,
yeah, man, those are
definitely.
I feel
in
so
the South,
old
man.
sometimes when you
Definitely
say
in the South.
when you say some stuff. Sometimes I feel so old. It be like it's just like tug at me like gravity or something. When you like rollerblades, nah.
What did I say?
Roller skates. You said nah. You said skate parks with rollerblades, and I'm thinking about how I used to take my sons to go keep buying them rollerblades, right? I was actually talking about roller skating like before I had sons. So when you said rollerblades, I'm like, damn. So when you said rollerblades, I'm thinking rollerblades, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, whole bunch, Xbox. I'm thinking about all of that stuff all at the same time. But
see, I'm a little bit, before like my rollerblade that like when I'm talking about rollerblades, like Xbox ain't even a thing yet.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, Nintendo 64 wasn't a thing yet. I don't even think any of those. None of those were things yet.
Man. Okay.
Nah, man, they weren't the thing yet. Yeah, that's right. Bowling, man. Like, now that's one thing that I did for a minute, like bowling. So when I came to the South, like I didn't know people were going to bowl just to chill. I was with the competition. I was like, nah, man, we bowl for real up there. What do you mean?
Hey Chuck, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I got a conference.
Okay.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man. Bowling's a thing. Atari. When I got my rollerblades, I think Super Nintendo was the popular game at the time. Oh, Usher got a skating ring? I ain't even know that. I didn't even know that. Okay. But yeah, moving to the South, man, and skating rings were a new deal for me. because I was like in my early teens, like 13, 14, um, uh, 11, 12, 13, 14, like when I would go visit, some of my oh yeah, at Brooklyn Bridge Park. Yo, that park is fire. That park is fire, man. Yo, man, skating rings are fire, man. Like when you were a preteen and teen, like well, in the South they have teen clubs, right? Um, but at the time, well, where my grandmother lived, they didn't have one. Like they had the regular club, but it was, you had to be 18 or older to get in there. So the skating ring was like the club. Like, yo, people used to get dressed, get fly, you get the haircut, you go to the skating ring. And I didn't skate at that time. So I would be, like playing the video games, playing, Pac-Man or Space Invaders or on one of the pinball machines, something to that effect. But yeah, man, the DJ be there playing the hot joints of the day. People be all on the dance floor, well, on the rink, you know what I'm saying, dancing with they damn. One day, I'm gonna get out there. It took a couple years, man. It took a couple years before I finally got out there, man, because I seen plenty of people go out there and bust their ass, and I was like, not gonna be me.
Wait a
Not gonna
minute.
be
You
me.
talking about roller
But all the
skating?
yeah, roller
Come on, big dog.
skating, man.
What? Chuck.
Yeah, man. Like I was 11, uh, maybe like 10, 11 years old when I first got introduced to the skating ring. Because in yo, man, when you living in a small town, ain't but so much you could do. So going down there during the summer, you go watch softball games because there's a softball game damn near every day.
Yeah. And it'd be
Um,
152 degrees, and somebody got some kind of concession stand open.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And somebody
Yep.
always every
Selling
day,
selling
every
sodas.
day's yeah. Every day somebody break their arm on the playground. Every day somebody break
Yeah.
an arm. You're like, God. I used to be
Yeah.
like, well, goddamn, how many arms is there? Y'all break an arm every day. How many arms we got right here? You know?
Yeah, man. Like that was the thing, man. So so there was a kingpin, right? Like he owned like a whole area, right?
Okay.
A whole area. Like he owned like everything over there. He owns the trailer parks, the houses that are over there, the two baseball fields that are over there. Um, um, and so he opened up a skating rink, like right between the two softball fields, right? And uh, it was like his, I guess, way of giving back to the community because like he had something going on at those spots all the time, right?
Right.
And so the skating ring, we going out to such and such, and don't y'all go out there because y'all know what he be doing. But when you go out there, like you don't see none of that stuff. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you say, they got the concession stand selling the hot dogs and sausage dogs and
Yeah.
boiled peanuts
Sunflower
and
seeds
sodas.
and
Yeah, man. Yeah,
pickles.
man. Pickles. Yes.
Chuck,
I ain't seen so many girls with pickles or
hot
pickled
sausage.
pig feet or hot sausages.
Yeah.
Hot sausages and salt and vinegar chips. Like word?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Chuck, I ain't gonna.
Come buy me a pickle.
It's,
What?
hey, Mr. John. So, Mr. John had all girls, right? Mr. John had all girls. He was like the big macho dude. Like he's like the big macho dude. He was like in the Navy for like 52 million years, and then he was in the streets for a little bit, and then he got saved, and now he's a deacon at the church. He's about 50, and he had all girls. So finally, his woman had a boy named Cam, right? Cam liked to roller skate, and Cam liked to eat hot sausages and pickles. Uncle Freezy, come buy me a pickle. And it drove.
I know.
Chuck, it drove. I ain't never seen. Mr. John was so mad. Chuck, no lie. This was like 1970. I had to be like 8 years old, right? So I had to be like 8 or 9, right? I like the girls. I like to chase them and like throw frogs on them and throw dirt on them and stuff and chase. You know what I'm saying? And me and Cam would be together, but Cam is like, Uncle Freezy, why you never throw no frog on me? So, Big John, Chuck, I ain't gonna lie to you. You remember back in the day when old men, no matter what the occasion was, they used to wear church shoes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, a softball game today? I'm gonna wear my Stacey Adams. You know what I'm saying? This is like,
Yep.
So we at the concession stand, right? Mr. John owned all this stuff, like what you were saying, like your boy owned, right? Like the dude owned all the stuff.
Right.
So Cam mama like, Cam, come over here and dump out this cooler. Cause back then they didn't have refrigerators. Like you remember like the big Pepsi refrigerators and all that, the Brandon stuff? They didn't have that. They used to just have the Igloo coolers with ice in it, with the soda, with the check soda down in there. They used to charge you a quarter for it. You know, no good where the soda costs a dime, they charge you a quarter. Anyway. She like, Cam, come up this thing. And Cam like, Mama, you know I can't lift that cooler. Big John got so mad he almost burnt a hole in his shoe, shuffling his feet. He is cussing so. You ever see somebody get so mad? They be wanting to hit somebody, but they be holding it back, so they be shuffling their feet. They be like, boy, you. So he was like, and then Cam mama came out. And his mom like, leave Cam alone. He ain't bothering her. That's my sugar. Come here, give me some sugar, Cam. And Big John like, oh! And Big John was like about 6'1", about 200 pounds. He was a big man. About 6'1", about 200 pounds. Right? He's a big dude, right? He was expecting John Jr. to be like him, but John Jr. didn't like to be good. Didn't like to go by John Jr. He liked to go by Cam, right? Middle name, his middle name Cam. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Call me Cam. And so Big John about to walk off, and Cam said, "Mama, can I have a pickle?" And she gave Cam a pickle. Big John ran up like my man from Gunsmoke. I bet you he slapped that pickle about 900 feet. You could just see the pickle. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro. When you said that, man. Oh my God. And Cam like, I don't want Cam like, I don't know why Daddy don't like pickles.
Because man, I know people are like, yo, what is wrong? Why is so? I understand I understand why his pops did what he did. Like,
Yeah.
y'all have to understand. See, now, see, I don't know if this is a thing everywhere, but in the South, that's a big thing. Like girls down there, man, they love this pickled, the stuff that's in the jar that's on the counter. They be loving that stuff, man.
They
The
love
hot
it. Love it.
sausages, the pig
Love
feet,
it.
the pickles, and uh another thing that I would see them do: get plain potato chips and dump hot sauce in the bag and then
Yeah,
shake it up.
you gotta do that for muscle growth. I do that a lot. I'll put hot sauce on everything, bro. Hot sauce on potato chips, hot sauce on popcorn. I've done it here while I was live with y'all. I throw hot sauce on everything.
You put
bro.
hot sauce? I thought you was putting like
Damn right.
pepper flakes on it.
No. I said I would. I had done it before. Right.
Okay.
Recently, probably as of February, I've been doing the red pepper flake, paprika, maybe a smidge of margarine, and a splash of salt and some pepper, right? But
Okay.
last year, a couple years ago, yeah, I've been putting straight up hot sauce on it, bro. I ain't care. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't care. Bro, I love it. But let me address Bodega thing. Bodega says, I remember wearing a name belt, DVDs, a pair of Lees when I was skating. And bro, and the Lees that I used to rock was pinstripe Lees. I used to like the gray Lees with the black pinstripes, or the navy blue Lees with the white pinstripes. Yes, sir. And BVD t-shirts. Yes, sir. And maybe if I was fortunate, a trucker hat. Maybe if I was fortunate, if I could find like a Newport trucker hat like this. You know, so you remember the old Newport Alive with Flavor?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, this see Bodega. I'm telling you, me and Bodega Wi-Fi are brothers, man. Bodega Wi-Fi is my brother. I'm telling you. Like Bodega will say some stuff, and I'm like, that's the exact shit. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was like. Bodega say something like BVD shirts, BVD t-shirts, bro. People don't even remember. Man, what? Yo. But Chuck, I gotta let me say this real quick to everybody, and then we can get back to it. So I can't do the KMD today, right? And it's not because I'm tired or anything, but I'm working on a few sponsorships. I'm working on some sponsorships for Vibes and stuff, and for Lawrence Tears. And so I got some meetings set up for today and tomorrow, right? I got a few lined up for today, and I got 2 lined up for tomorrow. So I'm getting a procedure done, and after that procedure, then I'm having a couple of things where some people reached out to me, and if everything goes well, then we'll have some sponsorships lined up, so that I can get on the joint and be like, CP the franchise. Shave your balls with Manscaped. We'll see. Hey, I'm joking. Hey, man, yeah. I'm joking. Of course. And you know, some people take stuff so serious. Like they be like, "Hey, man, they said Uncle Freezy was clowning you." Hey, man, you know, y'all know I'm just joking. But for seriously though, I won't be able to do the KMD today because I got to do the meetings, because I got to get all the details first before I introduce it, right? And then secondly, tomorrow I got a couple lined up too, and I planned them ahead of time because, you know what I'm saying, I want to make sure that I get all the details, because I don't want to set up my viewers or myself for something that'll be something negative. So right. Tomorrow I won't do Vibes and stuff, but I may be able to do the KMD. And today I'm doing Vibes and stuff, but I definitely won't be able to do the KMD because I got some meetings planned, and I want to make sure that we get all of these things right so that we can, you know what I'm saying, create a better product for 5 people. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. We trying to do some major stuff. The vibes and stuff thing, it's all me being proactive. Like, well, if you like Lawrence Tier so much, I know you'll like vibes and stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, well, so I gotta kind of, I don't know if everything with vibes and stuff will go like Lawrence Tears, because Lawrence Tears is bigger, been around longer.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So we'll see what happens with vibes. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens with vibes and stuff. If nothing happens, if it ain't right, we won't do it.
Okay.
But if it's right, we'll definitely do it. So, yeah, man. Yeah. Subliminal 209 is like, yo, I gotta get Cully to read these things. Yeah. First of all, Cully got to be on time. Cully got to be on time. Cully can't be showing up like, yo, oh, my bad. I thought you said, man, my bad. I thought you said 3 o'clock in the morning. No, Cully. When we ever did the show 3 o'clock in the morning? Hey, shout out to my man Cully Goat. Shout out to my man Cully Goat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. But yeah, we got some stuff that we're working on. We're working on the website. We're working on the merch. We're working on the sponsor stuff. We got a few people snooping around. They kind of like the direction vibes and stuff is going. The only drawback to vibes right now is that it's a sausage party, and all the ages are the same. Like, there's no diversity. So once we get the viewers more diverse and all that stuff, then I think you'll see everything take off with vibes. And I probably shouldn't be saying that on the air, but I'm comfortable with all of y'all. So y'all my people, and y'all my people, and trust me, I'm y'all people too. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't just say that just to be saying stuff. But Chuck, you wanna get back to the convo, or you wanna? You know what? Let me get out of here, Chuck, because it's getting closer. Matter of fact, I'm running kind of close to time for one. You know what I'm saying? I should be preparing for this thing at 12:30. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we can wrap here. Because I need just a couple minutes before you go to your to the thing. So if this is your first time joining us, man, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit all notifications so that when we upload a video or we go live, you'll know you can come kick it with us, man. I appreciate everyone who's in the chat, man, making the chat hot today. We appreciate you guys coming through. Thank you, Vibrant Ones. We'll be back here. Well, I'll be back here tomorrow from 8 a.m. to about 9-ish. Probably just going to be a straight hour. And then we'll be back on Friday, man, for Friday Jams, 8 a.m. to about 9 a.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. So I hope all the Vibrant Ones have a great rest of your day. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend who's going to tell a friend. And we'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Peace.